The global armored vehicle market has undergone significant disruption over the last few years. This video illustrates how Navistar, a leading player in this market, demonstrated a strategically agile response to such disruption. The global armored vehicle market is estimated at $22.5 billion in 2015 and is growing at 5% CAGR, fueled by the U.S.'s fight against terrorism. The market is underpinned by growing conflict, increased homeland security in developing countries, and rapid demand growth in emerging markets. The U.S. and Europe are the main markets where key players include Navistar, AM General, and Oshkosh Defense. Warfare has changed significantly over the centuries, leading to a material disruption in this market. Throughout the different eras, from the Greek phalanx to Roman legions to more recently World War I and II, it was possible to see the threat and clearly know the enemy's position, characterizing conventional warfare. The world fundamentally changed post 9/11, with the threat line becoming disguised and asymmetric warfare arising. This resulted in a material change to the armored vehicle industry. Since World War II, armored vehicle design consisted of large and easily identifiable vehicles manufactured in traditional factory lines. However, such up-armored vehicles were unsuitable for the changing warfare environment due to improper concealment, wrong application, and insufficient engineering. Given the new threat of unconventional and ununiformed combatants, it is no longer feasible to continue signaling one's location. Simultaneously, a new vehicle procurement paradigm emerges as customers demand increased performance, reduced operating costs, and enhanced protection. Navistar is well positioned to address the market disruption through its significant scale, financial resources, customer base, as well as know-how and experience. The following videos illustrate how Navistar's management successfully transitioned the business, leveraging its flexible culture, visionary leadership, M&A acumen, and adaptable processes. Navistar has an open culture receptive to change and where ideas are fluidly discussed with the CEO.
As you can see by our most recent revenue report, we're just declining at an exponential rate. Personally, I think we need to shift to putting armor on commercial-looking vehicles as opposed to tanks or armored personnel carriers. As head of engineering, Jane, is that something that we are set up to do?
It's a very interesting idea, which I think we definitely can consider. So we have to give it a try. Okay.
Joe, production manager, you've been with the company 25 years, have all these processes fleshed out. Is this something we're going to be able to address?
I think we can do it. I think we have the flexibility to make this move.
Okay, well, let's go forward and do it. This is sink or swim time, okay?
The company learned through experimenting and trying to organically build a solution which was not suited for its production line manufacturing process and caused wheels to come off.
Shane, thanks for coming in. So tell me, how did the beta version go of the up-armoring of the vehicles?
To be honest, it's a complete disaster because the weight is too heavy. We're putting about 1,200 into a normal-looking vehicle, which is not sustainable at all. So the wheels are coming out. We definitely need a change.
Navistar's CEO demonstrated strategic agility by recognizing its failure to develop an in-house technology.
So listen, I've been reviewing your private equity firm's prospectus of this company. I have to say it's really compelling. I think it's great. Can you just give me a little bit more?
Exactly, John. This company has created a unique technology that's going to effectively disrupt your industry. It's going to provide purpose-built vehicles that will allow your customers to hide in plain sight.
All right, I think we have to go with it. I'll be back in touch with you.
Thank you.
In addition to accepting the need for an external technology through the acquisition of Indigen, Navistar's management team was willing to fundamentally change internal processes that would enable the shift from line to pod manufacturing.
I've just come back from a month on the road speaking to our key accounts. These purpose-built vehicles, they're the future. I anticipate a major shift in demand. How are we going to make this happen?
Well, look, Jay and I have been through everything. You got to understand this is going to change all the processes we've been doing for the last 15 years. But okay, fine. If that's what it's going to take, then I think we can make that change. We've also discussed a new way of doing things, moving away from the line production method to a new pod production method that's going to be more efficient. And I think that's just what we have to do.
Navistar successfully introduced the new purpose-built vehicles and was the only armored vehicle producer to identify and address the threat, which was literally hiding in plain sight.
All of our competitors out there continue to try to force-feed what their long-standing processes and offerings have been. I know that this has had a material effect on what all of our organic processes have been, particularly developed in the past 15 years. I know it's been difficult addressing those changes. As you can see, our revenue projections are just extraordinary right now. And of course, somewhere on the backside, the private equity guys made out like bandits.
The key insight of Navistar case is that one needs to be ready to start from the basics and look in the most obvious places, which could provide great solutions even in this complex new world. However, companies need to be agile and be open to ideas, whether internal or external.